Welcome to USA Coins Craze, the place where ordinary coins turn into hidden treasure. If you want to discover rare pennies, valuable errors, and coins worth serious money, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications, because the next valuable coin could already be in your pocket. Now let's begin. Listen to me very carefully right now, because what I'm about to reveal is information most people ignore every single day. You are holding coins. Small, copper, ordinary-looking pennies. Coins you throw in jars. Coins you drop on the ground and don't even pick up. But what if I told you that inside your pocket right now, there could be a penny worth far more than 1 cent? 3 years, 3 Lincoln cents. Millions were made, millions were spent, millions were forgotten. But not all of them are the same. Some survived differently. Some were struck differently. Some were preserved differently. And that difference changes everything. Before you skip, before you assume these are common, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you will never look at a penny the same way again. Now let's begin with 1976. 1976 was America's bicentennial year. The nation was celebrating 200 years of independence. Special quarters were redesigned, half dollars were redesigned, but the Lincoln cent, it remained unchanged. And that's what makes it interesting. Because while other coins became collectibles instantly, the penny quietly continued production. Millions entered circulation. But here's what most people don't realize. 1976 pennies were still 95% copper. They weigh about 3.11 grams, heavier than modern zinc cents. That means when you hold one, you are holding real copper mass, real metal, real weight. Now here's the key. Condition separates junk from collectible. Most 1976 pennies are brown, worn, scratched, heavily circulated. But if you find one that is full red color, sharp Lincoln profile, clear lettering, strong memorial detail, no cleaning marks, you may be looking at a premium grade coin. Turn the coin under light. Look at Lincoln's cheek. Is it flat, or does it still show contour? Check the jawline. Is it smooth from wear or defined? Now, flip the coin. Look at the Lincoln Memorial. Can you see the steps clearly? Are the columns sharp? If details are strong, that coin survived well. Most didn't. Here's where people destroy value. They see a dark penny. They polish it. They scrub it. They remove the original copper surface, and instantly, collector interest disappears. Because collectors want original surfaces, not artificial shine. Professional graders can detect cleaning immediately. Micro scratches, hairlines, surface dullness. Once cleaned, the coin loses serious potential. Let's be honest, most 1976 pennies are worth 1 cent. But uncirculated red examples graded high can sell for strong premiums. Error coins, off-center strikes, strong doubling, die cracks, those are a different story. That's where real collector money appears. Collectors don't just buy old coins. They buy survival. They buy condition rarity. They buy originality. A 1976 penny that survived untouched for decades is more powerful than millions that were worn flat. And that's the first lesson. But now, we move to a different era, a different metal, a different survival challenge. And this one is even more interesting. If you thought 1976 was interesting, 1987 changes the rules completely. Because by 1987, the penny was no longer the same inside. It may look copper, it may shine like copper, but it is not solid copper anymore. And that change created a new survival challenge, one that most people still don't understand. In mid-1982, the U.S. Mint switched composition from 95% copper to copper-plated zinc. Why? Because copper prices were rising, Production costs were increasing. The penny was becoming too expensive to make, so the mint made a decision. From that point forward, pennies would have a zinc core with a thin copper plating. By 1987, this was the standard. That means your 1987 penny weighs about 2.5 grams, lighter than the older 3.11 gram copper cents. And this difference matters, because zinc does not age like copper. Zinc corrodes differently. It bubbles, it weakens under plating, it develops spots, which means high-grade survival became harder. Now take a 1987 penny. Look at the surface carefully. Do you see small bubbles under the copper? That's zinc corrosion starting. Do you see peeling edges? That's plating separation. Now look at Lincoln's portrait. Is the cheek smooth and flat, or does it still show sharp contour? Check the jawline, check the bow tie, check the lettering. In God we trust. Are the letters strong and separated, or slightly soft? Now flip it. Look at the Lincoln Memorial. Can you see the steps clearly, the tiny columns, the separation lines? In high-grade coins, these details are sharp. In worn coins, they disappear quickly. Most people assume newer coins are common. They assume older coins are rarer, but that's not always true, because zinc cents damage easily, which means flawless survivors are fewer than expected. Collectors don't chase mintage numbers only. They chase grade rarity. An MS-65 or higher 1987 red cent is far less common than a circulated one, and that's where premiums appear. Let's be honest again. A circulated 1987 penny, worth 1 cent. But a certified high-grade red example, strong collector interest. Because full red luster on zinc coins fades over time. They darken, they spot, they corrode. If you find a bright red 1987 cent with no scratches, no spots, no bubbles, full luster, that is where grading becomes important. Professional certification increases confidence, and confidence increases value. Collectors look for original red color, sharp strike, no plating issues, clean fields, no cleaning damage. They understand something important. Zinc coins are fragile, which means long-term survival in perfect shape is harder. That makes high grades more competitive, and competition drives auction behavior. Imagine a certified MS-67 1987 Lincoln cent, full red, no spots, no bubbles, strong strike. Two collectors recognize the grade instantly. Bidding begins. Calm, focused, strategic, because they understand survival rarity. Not hype, condition. Always condition. Now listen carefully. Do not clean zinc cents. Cleaning removes copper plating shine, creates hairline scratches, and destroys grading potential. Once cleaned, it can never return to original state. Collectors want untouched surfaces, even if slightly toned. Originality always wins. It represents the zinc era, modern mass production, fragile composition, and long-term grade rarity. As years pass, more zinc cents corrode, more get damaged, more lose red color, which slowly reduces the number of top-grade survivors, and that's how modern coins quietly gain collector strength. 1976 taught us about copper weight and survival. 1987 taught us about zinc fragility and grade rarity. But 1999 is different, because 1999 introduces a detail so small most people never notice it, the spacing between two letters, and that tiny spacing difference has shocked collectors before. If 1976 was about copper survival, and 1987 was about zinc durability, 1999 is about something far more subtle. Not weight, not metal, not age, but spacing. Yes, two letters, A and M, in the word America. And that tiny space between them has created one of the most talked about modern penny varieties. On the reverse of a 1999 Lincoln cent, look at the word America. Focus on the letters A and M. On most normal circulation 1999 cents, the A and M are very close together, almost touching. That is called close AM. But here's where it gets interesting. Proof coins, specially struck for collectors, were made with a different reverse die. On proof coins, the A and M have slightly more separation. That is called wide AM. Now imagine this. A proof die accidentally used to strike circulation coins. That creates a variety, and varieties create collector demand. Most 1999 pennies you find will be close AM. That is normal. But collectors check anyway, because in certain years, wrong dies were mixed, and when that happens, a small difference becomes valuable. That's why 1999 is carefully examined. Take the coin, use bright light, or even a magnifying glass. Look at the bottom of the reverse. Zoom into the word America. Are the A and M nearly touching, or is there visible space between them? Now also check the FG initials, designer Frank Gasparo, near the memorial. Are they sharp or soft? Check the memorial steps. Are they detailed or flat? Small differences matter. Let's be honest again. Most 1999 pennies are worth face value, but certain die varieties and high-grade red examples have sold for strong premiums, especially when certified, because collectors chase variety errors, die differences, condition rarity, full red luster. A common penny becomes uncommon when detail changes. The human brain loves discovery. Collectors love the idea that something tiny was overlooked. A die mix-up, a spacing difference, a production accident. It creates mystery, and mystery creates demand. Modern varieties often gain attention faster than older common dates because they feel like discoveries. Imagine this. A certified, high-grade 1999 variety appears in auction. Strong strike, full red, correct AM spacing variety. Bidding begins. Collectors who understand the variety compete because they know modern varieties can build long-term demand, not because of age, but because of uniqueness. If you think you found something interesting, do not clean it, do not polish it, do not rub it. Surface originality matters. Even the tiniest hairlines from cleaning lower grade potential, and grade potential determines value. Here's something most people don't realize. Modern coins are becoming more studied every year. Online communities analyze varieties. Collectors search roles. Errors get documented, which means awareness is rising. And as awareness rises, certain varieties become harder to find in the wild, because once discovered, they get pulled from circulation. That's how supply slowly shrinks. Now step back and look at the bigger picture. 1976, Copper Era Survival. 1987, Zinc Durability Test. 1999, Variety and Spacing Detail Mystery. 3 different lessons, 3 different collector angles. Metal, condition, detail. All 3 matter. But we're not done yet, because understanding coins is not just about dates. It's about psychology, auctions, grading, survival rates, and why some coins rise in demand while others remain forgotten. In the final chapter, we're going deeper into grading secrets, auction behavior, and how ordinary pennies become serious collector pieces.